Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is PowerPoint. Before I start, thanks for reviewing my channel once more. Please keep subscribing and getting to learn more. As we have always been communicating, we are learning about computer literacy, the different ways of using computer. So today we are going to learn something which is slideshows. Like, we are going to learn the importance of slides, like how we can use slides and all that, which is under PowerPoint. Anyway, we can kickstart. Yeah, we come there, which is PowerPoint. So before we go so far, we have to maximize it so that at least it had minimized. So let's maximize it. So actually I first had to do my work summary, where I had to begin from. I did my summary, and today we are going to learn, it's just like farming, which we are going to have more of our lectures based on. But then these are the slides. As you can see here, I did my summaries on the slides on what we want about farming, the different things about farming and all that. So we know so well that slides help us, like during presentations. Let's say, for example, someone is in a workshop and then you've been told, for example, to explain about the different types of transport. Maybe you're planning of an event and all that, so you've written the type of events which you're planning for and all that. So to make your work more simpler, like time of presenting, it is better, like, since we are in a computer world where everything is on computer, we can still do our things in form of slides. You can do a presentation in form of slides than over talking and writing your things on piece of paper, which looks kind of old-fashioned. So this is actually my slides. This is what I wrote about farming. So we see the first point, where this is the first slide where we see farming by PowerPoint and my telephone number and all that. So this is our second slide, where we see the outline. I think you can see how it goes. We see the outline where there is the definition, methods of farming and all that, what we are going to learn about. We see it there. Then on the third slide is where we see the definition, where it tells us growing of crops, rearing of animals in the same piece of land. Yeah, you can see that. And of course we had to use photos to make the work at least beautiful and all that. Then we see here on the fourth slide where we see the methods of farming, and then on the side you see a photo of a cow, which is like a cow which is in a garden, and then it is mixed farming, and we have here mixed farming as one of the methods. So we see growing of crops and rearing of animals, which is in the same piece of land. And then advantages of farming. And then we come to the sixth, where we see problems associated with farming. And then when we keep coming down to the slides, there are other slides here down where we see solutions of farming, where it tells us, like, after, because we saw the problems the other time, and here on the pic we see on the problems, it shows us there is drought. So here in the solutions we see a photo of like an irrigation method. At least there is provision of water to overcome the drought we're seeing. And then we see a conclusion where you have to thank the audience and all that, like, for listening to you and all that. Since it has been something you have to thank always. As I was saying, like, you do the conclusion, and then that's not the only way of doing your slides, because I was using the format of tapping, where I just tap, as you see my cursor here. I will tap the first where I want, and then I tap the second slide. But then to make your work look more effective and nice, you can play the slides in form of a video, where let's tap here, and then, yeah, as we can see, it's now coming in form of a video. We saw the first outline, yeah, and that's what we have been seeing the other side, but now in form of a video. We can see where it tells us the definition, methods of farming. I think it becomes more paramount to do it in this way. The advantages of farming, problems associated with farming, the solutions to the associated problems. These are now the outline of which we are going to follow now step by step. So maybe you made your own on, be it education, the different types of like, okay, let's say, for example, schools, and you're giving an outline of something. Let's say, okay, problems which primary children face, and then you've used your PC and all that. It's better you play a video and then you have a pic on the side which looks somehow good, so that your audience understands you much more better. You know, sometimes having something which is so wordy also tends to bore the audience. So by the time you have at least pics on the side, let's say for example you're having someone who is an illiterate in the room, and then you're teaching about, let's say, methods of farming, and then the person sees a cow and crops this side, even if can't read, but the person comes to know that there is rearing of cattle there, and at the same time there is what? There is planting of crops. Then here we see harvesting, like everyone can understand it, can look at it and be like, yeah, they're harvesting. And then maybe the main reason is to sell and get money, maybe a source of food, as we hear advantages of farming, and we see it's a source of food, so we now sell that maybe these beans are going to be eaten, a source of capital, a source of raw materials, like for example the decayed matter, if at all we are to like make them rot. Then this next picture, of course, what you see is drought. You understand so well, and the causes of drought, just know it results into famine and all that, and we know so well that it's still a problem associated with farming. So if it was transport, maybe they're talking about road transport, and then you see on the side, maybe you drew on your slide, on the side you put a photo of roads, of maybe cars on roads and all that. It looks brilliant because someone can understand it from afar that it's road transport. Yeah, so we see here solutions. Our slides have been moving, not like the other way in which we were pausing them and all that. Here it's just moving on its own, it just moves like in a video way, and it be so cool. Yeah, it be something nice, as you can see the solutions. And then yeah, they are moving in like 20 seconds, 25 seconds is when the next slide comes in, and then we see the conclusion, meaning all our slides have been moved. And then as we can see, the conclusion comes in where you thank your audience, you are thanking the audience and welcoming questions. Anyway, that's all I had for the day. Thank you so much for having this time with you to learn about slideshows and all that. Please have the best of your time. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.